Hey bouquets, welcome into our Leo-Virgo cusp energy and placement love tarot reading here for December 2025. I thank you guys so much for tuning in, being on this side of the channel. It really means a lot and it goes a long way. Just let's get on into it, because I don't know, Leo Virgos. Maybe this is like, for some of y'all, you might be interested in somebody in the Leo Virgo cusp, or someone who has strong Leo and Virgo in their chart. I was called to pull in the Astro dice, so we're gonna get a little clarity on who we're connecting with here, but I gotta be honest with what I'm getting. Child, it feels very murky. There's some sort of love energy, love connection that you're connected to here, Leo Virgo, or that's connected around you or surrounding you, for whatever it might be. It's like, even the fact that I'm struggling to get words around it, it's kind of hard to explain. Something could be very hard to explain, maybe very complex. Maybe that's why this is frustrating. Because as I was trying to channel, I'm like, okay, it felt like the energy was, I'm here and then I'm not, and then I'm in and then I'm out, and then I'm yes, and then the timing isn't right, but then I want this, and it's just like somebody could be in this back and forth type of an energy, and my patience personally is very thin for that, so I was struggling to kind of connect with it. But it does feel like there's somebody here who wants to romance you. And I feel like we've talked about this in the past here, Leo Virgo, so this could be a similar energy or the same person. They want to do all of these things. They envision it. You could even, if you have some sort of like energetic connection or higher chakra connection to this person, you might be getting some sort of telepathic message from them, or you feel their energy reaching out for you, but it's not necessarily moving anywhere. So it's kind of like, why, this could be somebody that you're definitely spiritually connected to. That honestly, it's not really, because it's like, it feels like, and I guess you could take it that way or you could not take it that way. And depending on where you are with this person, that'll be for you. But it's kind of like, I don't know if somebody's trying to play in your energy, Leo Virgo, like trying to distort your emotional center, your heart center, or like trying to push their energy onto you in a way, like so that you think about them, so that you're kind of like considering them, or leaning towards them or feeling them in some way. It feels unfair. It feels very unfair that somebody who isn't necessarily taking action or any sort of real time effort is pulling on your energy so hard. Okay, now this could be because you maybe block this person. Maybe they don't have a way to access you, so it's their yearning for you that you're tapping into, or that you're feeling and sensing. Some of y'all, this is somebody who could absolutely contact you, but they are scared. Like, it's just at this point, I don't you know what I mean? It just, I don't know. Maybe I'm in your energy, Leo Virgo, dealing with this person, and it's just kind of like, I don't know what to say. I don't really know what to do about it. I don't really know how to really even feel about it. It feels very, it's all okay. Thank you, Divine. It's like somebody wants you to understand their situation, or like what they're going through. Somebody wants you to have compassion towards them, but they're not making any sort of action towards you. It's like, understand that I love you and I care for you, but I'm also not talking to you. I'm not trying to get to know you. I'm not trying, like, you know what I mean? It's like, what really good is that? That's, to me, stringing along. To me, that's keeping one toe in the door, one foot in the door, and one foot out. Like, and I'm literally allergic to that energy. Like, absolutely not. You're either in or you're out. There's no in between. And maybe that's what I'm getting. It's like something's muddy. Something's kind of in a gray area. And maybe you're frustrated with that. This person is having a hard time moving, like actually putting their mouth, like I almost want to say like their money where their mouth is, like their action, their investment where their mouth is. So this could be somebody who talks a good talk, but cannot walk the walk to save their life. And it's like, I almost want to say, like, leave me alone. Like, yeah, like, just forget it. Like, clearly it's not an, and again, I feel like I may be in your energy here, Leo Virgo. Like, clearly it's not important enough for you to take a step in that direction. So then why are we entertaining something that you know you're not going to make good on? So, like, what's the fucking point? Like, for real. Like, I just don't. I honestly feel like this could be somebody who wants their cake and eat it too. They don't want to come out of some sort of maybe lifestyle or situation that they might be in, but they also don't want to let you go. That's what this is. Somebody is absolutely holding on to your energy, but then also not making any sort of genuine effort to solidify something between y'all two. It almost feels like maybe contractually this was someone that you could have potentially married, or that there was some sort of timeline where y'all were meant to merge. And it feels like this person's holding off on that timeline for whatever fucking reason. I honestly don't feel like it's a good enough reason for me to be so, like, cursy about it. Like, I don't think it's a good enough reason to hold off on it. It's really selfish and self-centered. But they're trying to paint it like it's a woe is me kind of a thing. Like, they're a victim of the situation when in fact they created it. So it's like, it's one thing to maybe, even if they didn't create it, it's one thing to be the victim. But if you're not doing anything to be the victor, you're not doing anything to turn that table or shift that narrative, then you're just playing. You're like, you know what I mean? And I don't really like that. I don't like that at all. I don't think you like that at all either, for me to be so kind of like, like, child. Like, it's almost like I want to pull my hair out. Like it's frustrating. It's frustrating. And honestly, there's like really, I don't think anything you can do about that, Leo Virgo. Okay. Now, again, like I said, I could be talking about a Leo Virgo who's doing this kind of holding on, but I'm also not doing nothing to shift and change. But I kind of want you to understand that I can't do nothing, or it's not, the timing isn't right for me to shift into, and that's bullshit. A lot of that is just bullshit, bro. It's bullshit. Somebody might be a bullshit artist in a way. Like, this is how they get to keep their foot in a whole bunch of different doors without actually committing. And that is annoying beyond belief. So that's what I was getting. Let's go ahead and pull this astro die. And see who we might be talking about. Who is this energy that I'm channeling here, Divine? Can you give us some clarity on their dominant energy in this moment, and how Leo Virgos or those that might be cross-watching might identify this energy? Yeah. Okay. Pisces, Jupiter, and the 5th house. So again, there's that Leo energy. Okay. So this could definitely be a Leo Virgo that I'm talking about. And if you are on the Leo Virgo cusp, that might not be personal to you, okay? But somebody could be dating someone or connected to someone who's also on this cusp. I can't make it up. Like I said, timing issues. Somebody's trying to make it like, oh, right person, wrong time, when no. Like, no. No. Yeah, no. Pisces energy, that's maybe that kind of like back and forth, and like I can't really make anything concrete because they want to be able to just kind of float around. So yeah, this could be somebody who has commitment issues. And that Jupiter energy, tells me that this is somebody who's used to getting some sort of increase or expansion from that. Like, okay, thank you, Divine. Thank you, Divine. This could be somebody who does not believe in monogamy. So they feel like they're best served when they have options, and they don't want to give up the lifestyle of having options, even if those options are trash. Like, I'm sorry to even say that, but that's what's coming. It's like, even if the options suck, the fact that they can, again, keep these toes in all these doors is what gives them the feeling that they're searching for, whatever that might be. So this just might be, yeah, thank you, Divine. This might be an unfortunate case here of somebody who has not conquered or faced themselves enough to be able to be on that timeline with you here, remember? Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I can't make it up. Telepathy, ego, versus the self, travel, vacation, and travel. This is what I mean. This is somebody who wants to move around. They don't want to be settled in any one relationship. They want to have a few that they can dip in and out of. And I don't know if this person is trying to, I'm going to say it, I feel like this person is trying to guilt you into that. Like guilt you into leaving the door cracked for them, knowing that they're never going to fully step in it. And to me, that's trash. Like, that's just, hell no. You know what I mean? But again, it's not about me. It's about you. If you're into that, that's fine. But that's another way to kind of leak your energy out. So this could be somebody who's an energetic vampire in a way. Like, that's what I mean by, like, they get that sense of feeling and self-confidence from being able to dip in and out of so many different connections and relationships. So when one goes sour, they can go to the next. And then when that honeymoon is over, they can dip over to the next. And then when that honeymoon is over, then they can dip into the next. And it's like nothing very solid here. Okay. I'm sorry. I can feel how frustrating this might be for some of y'all. Yeah, secrets. And this is something they don't want to tell you outright. And I think that's also what's pissing me off a little bit of this energy, because if that's going to be your MO, like if that's what you're about, if that's your lifestyle, stand in that. Be loud about it. Don't be hidden about it or covert about it. Like, if that's how you live, that's how you live. And if somebody doesn't want to live in that lifestyle with you, you have to let them go. But that's what I think. They're not letting you go. So dare I even say this could be somebody who's like dangling commitment in front of you. Like, I'll get there one day, or like, it's just the timing. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. They're never going to be ready. It's making me so angry. They're never going to be ready. I'm sorry to give that to you bluntly, but they're never going to be ready. They're hoping that they can convince you that one day they will, long enough for you to waste your entire life waiting for them to walk through that door fully and shut it behind them. And they're not. They're not. That's the secret. They can't commit. Like I said, they have not faced themselves, ego versus the self. They let their ego win. Whenever they're brought into that battle, they're going to choose their ego because that's their comfort zone. This might even be like somebody who's trying to make it seem like it's impossible for them to be in one relationship or, committed to one person. Like, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. That's weak. That's weak as shit. It's really lame too. Just to keep it a bean, like, hell no. Hell no. And I feel like I'm saying that because you feel that way, but you might want to hold on to this person too. Like, damn, I just heard ideal. This could have been your ideal partner. And the fact that they're stuck in these games or kind of, again, afraid to even face themselves, it's just disappointing. It's a big letdown. And I think out of that grief, you're holding on to it a little bit too. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no judgment in that, child. Trust me. I'm not going to say we all go through something like this, but we've all held on to someone we should have let go of a long time ago, right? Like, it's the fact that I almost feel like in your mind something, with that Virgo energy, something between y'all read as perfect. So you might be holding on to this because you want that perfection to be actualized. But this is somebody who's not even on your level, like not even remotely close to the level of maturity or self-awareness that you would really truly need to make any relationship work with this person. So again, I feel like there's a bit of that fantasy with an expanded fantasy, thank you divine, with that Pisces Jupiter 5th house. So it's fun to play in that fantasy of what if, and you know, that would be so great, and da-da-da. And then that's what kind of keeps your heart open towards this person. But in truth, they're not walking through that door. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, they want to say they love you. And I'm not saying that they can't. They could absolutely love you, but not enough to commit to you. Dead end, I'm trying to tell you. They could absolutely love you for sure, but not enough to commit to you. They love themselves more, or they love the comfort of what they need for their ego. Oh, thank you, divine. They love their ego more. They love their ego more. And that's something that maybe has to be realized here. I'm trying to tell you. Like I said, there could have been some sort of divine path between y'all. Or, yeah, I can't make it up. The fantasy of hanging out just for them to fucking ghost. I can't make it up. I can't. I don't even want to, because this sucks. It sucks to play on somebody's heartstrings like that, knowing good damn and well you have no intention on doing right by that person. You keep someone in a fantasy so that y'all can keep connecting, keep hanging out when it's convenient for them. And then when it's not, or when it gets too tough, or when they actually have to face themselves, when they actually have to start doing the work, they ghost. And where do they ghost? To whatever little toe they kept in another door. This is somebody who has a hard time being alone. That's what I mean. They haven't faced themselves yet. They haven't faced themselves yet. And with the I love you and the divine flame, that's the perfection that you saw in this person. So you could see the maybe potential in this person. You feel what the divine has maybe set on the path for y'all. Again, like I said, I think there was a timeline, or there was an option to merge, or this was one of those contracts where, yeah, y'all were maybe supposed to merge in that divinity, but this person is nowhere near ready for that. And so maybe you're at a point here, Leo Virgo, where you have to make a choice and decision to say, am I going to hold out for this person, or am I going to live my life? That's your choice. But I also feel like there's a little bit of grief in the heart around this not being a reality, this only being a fantasy. And fantasy feels so good. Fantasy feels so good, especially if this is a Pisces that you're dealing with. They definitely know how to get you all up in the feeling and all the make you believe that there's something concrete there when there's absolutely nothing. It's air. And that's no shade to any Pisces, I promise you. But on the shadow side of Piscean energy, absolutely. And that's what I feel. This person is still in their lower nature. They haven't tapped into their higher self to understand how destructive that is. This is somebody who hasn't broken out of their own selfishness yet. So it's like they got a lot to do. They have a lot to do. But that's kind of what I'm sensing here. Okay. Can I get one more for this energy, for this Pisces that Leo Virgos might be dealing with? A fantasy. It came right back out. Thank you. And again, past life, like I said. Like I said, there could be a lot of contractual, etheric energy between y'all two, which makes this, oh wow, dang. Okay. Which makes this hard to let go of. This could even be like, oh, one day I'm going to see you. I'm going to come travel towards you. I'm going to be there and da-da-da-da. And then it's like they know how to make it sound good. They even know how to maybe make it feel good. But the reality is, the actuals and factuals, there's really nothing concrete that they're working towards, putting effort in to make this a reality again. So it's like you might be holding on to the I love yous, but the I love yous are a little empty. They don't, like, I feel like I have to drive that home. It doesn't mean much because the actions aren't matching the words. Like I said, they could love you, but they love their ego more. And that's what you're seeing. And I almost feel like the divine needs somebody to clock that. Yeah, fantasies are great until we have to face reality. And that's exactly when this person goes. As soon as they have to face reality, they ghost, they dip. Okay, be sure you're accepting things for what they truly are to avoid any disappointment. And like I said, this is disappointing. I feel like you might feel disappointed by this person. Okay. And love is a powerful feeling. And when we truly experience the actions, keyword actions, of someone that truly loves us, it's magical. I don't see really a lot of actions here. It's a lot of etheric, energetic, but nothing, again, concrete. Okay. You have an intense soul connection with this person. Yes. Yes. But is this person in a position to where they're ready to explore this connection? No. Okay. So if you identify with being a divine flame, I'm sorry to report that. It seems like your counterpart in this is not at the same level as you, is not ready. And that's, again, sad and very unfortunate. Not to say that it'll never be. It just does not seem in this very moment. Yeah. It doesn't seem in this very moment that that's a reality for this person. Okay. The Empress just flipped out here. Right. Like I said, this person is still kind of juggling. 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Okay. And they have to fully decide for themselves where they're going to be. Okay. Yeah. This person falls for the trap of listening to their ego. Okay. And their ego easily influences their thinking with fear. This is someone, again, who has not broken out of the fear matrix. Okay. So their fear of abandonment keeps them wanting to have multiple options. So again, that they're never alone. But people who are comfortable with being alone are not operating on that fear matrix. Okay. Yeah, like I said, they want to have the option to give to plenty as opposed to commit to one. Yeah. Okay, it came back out. So you really gotta trust the reality of this situation. Do not let this person, and again, I don't care whether they are your divine counterpart or not, do not let them gaslight you into that fantasy of them showing up one day and it being so, oh, it's gonna be so great. And it's like, because that's, again, what they thrive off of. Real effort? No. It's like, yeah, that's cool, that's cute and all, but what's the reality of the situation? The reality of the situation is your ego runs your whole life. You're not even tapped into your higher self. Because if you were truly tapped into your higher self, your ego couldn't run the show. You wouldn't be able to spread yourself so thin. You would then be on your divine path, which would ultimately lead to you and this person merging. So if that merging hasn't happened yet, it's because this person is out of alignment. Okay. Clarify ego versus the self here, divine. Thank you. They're selfish. I can't make it up. Selfish. Selfish. They haven't done the healing yet. They rather the comfort of their ego than the challenge of their higher self. What's vacation and travel? Right. Like I said, this person has spread themselves so thin that it's like they don't even understand that it's a burden to them. Maybe they're starting to, but at the end of the day, I just think this person is kind of far behind you, Leo Virgo. Again, the divine works miracles. The divine knows, right? But at this very point in the moment, in the time, in the reality, your divine flame is way behind. Way behind. Right. And anytime if you are in contact with this person, oh, I want to come see you, then they say, oh, well, I got all these things. I got all these things to do. And it's really, it's uncomfortable for them. What's the secret here? And again, for whatever reason, they're trying to make themselves the victim of that energy. Like, and they're not. They created it. How do you create that energy for yourself and then victimize yourself? It just, all right. The secret is they have more than one lover. They have more than one person. And that's, again, the lifestyle they want to live. So it's, I love you, but I also, you know what this is? This is somebody who believes they can be in love with more than one person. That's not even a reality. You can be infatuated with more than one person. You can be in lust with more than one person. You can be in limerence with more than one person. But love is a powerful feeling. The power of love does not allow a multitude in. True, genuine love, not surface love, not this 3 of Cups love. This is what this person thinks love is. People wanting to be around them, people wanting to get something from them, people wanting to connect with them, people wanting to, oh, they love me. That's what I mean. Their love is shallow. That's what I mean, that they might say they love you, but it's empty. It holds no weight. Because they'll say they love you. They'll say they love all 3 of these people. Knowing good damn and well they don't. But again, I don't know that this person is even at that level of awareness to understand the difference. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry. The secret is they have multiple people. This is someone, again, who does not like to be alone. Yeah. Like I said, with the sun. The love, yeah. They might think that they love you, but it's from an egoic space. The sun is also your super ego. It's from an egoic space. I'm confirming something. I'm trying to tell somebody. And that's what sucks. You know that this is someone that you have a intense soul connection with. This is someone who, in an ideal world, would be right on par with where you are in your own high priestess energy. You could have been that empress that came out. Yeah, in a perfect world, that I love you would mean something. In reality, it's a fantasy. Somebody wants you to hold on to the fantasy of them loving you. And again, they might want to say, no, I really do love you, but your actions don't show that at all. This is one of those cases for whoever this is going to resonate for. Please, please, please. And I'm saying this from so much experience, child. The actions have to speak louder than the words. The words are nice. They make you think, they make you feel, but they can't do. If this person does not do, they're not moving in alignment with what they're saying, they are playing a game to see how much they can convince you without having to do anything, and to see how much they can get you to pour into that reality, because that's what feeds their ego, and that's what they're not ready to let go of. So it's like, why can't you just feed my ego and then I'll make good on the promise later? It's like that kind of low-key spoiled tantrum type of energy. Again, childish as shit, not mature at all. This person has to grow up. This person has to grow the fuck up. And again, I'm gonna say it again. Maybe I'm speaking for fire earth energies. Maybe y'all are in that wave where your divine flames, your divine counterparts, if you believe you're on that journey, are getting that kick in the ass from the universe. Like, you should be neck and neck with your high priestess. Why are you still over here in the 6 of Pentacles? Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like way behind. Way behind. Almost to a point where it's like, will they even be able to catch up in this lifetime? Again, past life. This person could have did this in a past life. This was their lifetime to correct it. They chose to do the same shit. And what can you do about that? Nothing. All you can do is mourn it, grieve it, and let it go. So whoever this is for, watch their actions. Ignore their words. What do their actions say about how they feel towards you? If their actions say they don't give a fuck, that's the truth. If their actions say they don't care about your feelings, they don't care about what it looks like to you, they don't care about building anything with you, again, they're not even making a step, they're putting in no effort, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth that you need to hold on to and let everything else fall away until those actions speak louder than the words. Period. Okay? I can't make it up. 10 of Pentacles. That's the fantasy. One day we'll be a family. One day I'll settle down. I'm going to make you my wife. I want you to be my husband. Meow, 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 meow. That's what they know is going to hook you. They know that's going to get you in your heart space. They know that's going to make you forgive them and be lenient on them and not expect too much from them because they're just such in a complicated space and it's just so hard. And I'm in the 10 of Wands. Child, I can't make it up. I can't. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, I'm just so down and I just don't know. And then, child, same song. Same shit. Just a different fucking day. Somebody has to understand that. And I trust me, y'all. I know this is hard. For whoever this is for, I know this is hard. I know it like the back of my hand. It's hard. But your sanity, your peace of mind, your option to choose is more important. Your making sure you leave the door open for somebody who's actually going to love you. Action, not just talk it, but walk it, has to be open. Do not let this person cloud any access to you. Okay? And that's a choice that you have to make. That's a choice that you have to make. Okay? Tell me about this 6 of Pentacles. It's a choice you're gonna have to make. Okay? Hold on, let me make sure that's still in frame. Oh, period. Okay. Empress again at the bottom. It's your choice. Hangman in reverse, like I said. Like I said, this person isn't even enlightened. They're not even connected to their higher self. They can't even hear their intuition. So you know that telepathy could honestly even be from their higher self that's disconnected from them. Okay, nothing's ever disconnected. Let me use a better word. It's not disconnection, it's dormant. Because it's not actively guiding this person, it comes to you. So when you're sensing them and feeling them, that's their higher self. When you're dreaming about them, that's their higher self. But that's not the reality of who this person is. So it's like their higher self kind of goes out to you to try to, like, no, it's real, it's real, it's real love, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, and da-da-da-da-da, you know what I mean? To try to, like, give you that higher truth, but it's not anything that that's coming into, jeez, these spam calls are crazy. Okay, that's coming into fruition right now. Like I said, this person isn't even enlightened yet. They're way, way behind on their divine journey. Okay, yeah, right, Star card. And that's kind of where I see you needing to be. Exactly, 7 of Swords. You gotta emotionally detach, especially if this person tries to pull on your emotions, like make you feel sorry for them, make you feel like, oh, well, they're just misunderstood and, you know, it's just so hard and da-da-da-da-da. No, that's a trick. That's a game. Cut that shit out. So sorry to curse, but you gotta release that. You have to let that go. If they wanted to, they would, hun. And that's what I mean. It's like they know exactly what they need to do. They're actively choosing not to. And you have to honor that reality. No matter what fantasy they want to draw up for you, no matter what they want to rope you into or convince you of, you need to look at the reality of the situation and move based off that. Secrets with the Three of Cups. Yeah, this person has a lot of third parties. They could have third parties that are known and then third parties that are not known. It's just, it's too much. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. And you know what's so crazy? When this person goes to bed, their higher self is on their ass. It's like, this is a very interesting dynamic of somebody whose ego steps in, drives their whole day, and then the ego steps away, and then when they're at night, they're like regretful for everything they did. It's like, why did I do that? It's so, this is what I mean. Disconnected or dormant spiritual energy. This person is still ran by the fear matrix. They're not in or at your level right now. So they'll go out and do all of that stuff, connect with all these people, and then regret it after. But there's nothing that's clicking in with this person that says don't do it. Again, the ego stroke, the love of that is louder than anything. So they'll sacrifice their higher self every time. And honestly, if you were to stay in a connection with this person or even get into a connection with this person right now, they would sacrifice you every single time. They would sacrifice your trust. They would sacrifice your heart. They would sacrifice your safety for their ego stroke. And that's not anybody you want to be around. No matter the divine flame, no matter the I love yous, no matter what your higher self knows is meant to be. Your safety is important. And if somebody is not invested in making sure that that is maintained, that's not anybody you want to date or entertain, not even in the slightest bit. And that's on Temperance, okay? Period. Here's the Emperor. This is where they're supposed to be. If you're here in this High Priestess energy, and let's say this person actually had the Hangman upright, I would say, oh, okay, maybe they are about to step into their Emperor. This is where they're supposed to be at this point in time. This is almost like a divine checkpoint for this connection. They're supposed to be in their Emperor. They're not even, they're nowhere near it. They're nowhere near it. They're nowhere near it. Right. Five of Pentacles, nowhere near it. Yeah. So deep down, you know, again, deep down, you know, you have to put up a boundary with this person. You cannot allow yourself to fall for that fantasy of the Ten of Pentacles. Even though, yes, it could have been real. That's what makes this hard to let go of. Trust me, I know. It could have been an actual reality. But somebody's choices and decisions closed the door on that. And what's kind of messed up, I feel like this person doesn't even see that. They don't even understand that. Or they might be so in their ego, they think that they can turn it around at the last minute or they can make it happen. Still, this person has so much ground to cover. That honestly, and how I'm feeling it, I don't know that they'll be able to make it up in this lifetime. So unfortunately, this might have to be another go around unless you tell the divine, nah, I don't want to do this again. Okay. High Priestess with the divine flame here. Y'all, I'm about to scream. I'm about to scream. I'm about to scream. The Hierophant falling on top of the High Priestess. I cannot make this up. That's exactly where they're supposed to be right now. So yes, maybe that's what I'm confirming. Unfortunately, Leo Virgos, or for whoever's resonating, if this is your Venus placement, your Mars placement, your Jupiter placement, Moon or Lilith energy, yes, you do have a divine flame. Yes, they are incarnated here with you. Yes, that is and was something that was contracted between your souls. But judgment is here. And this person isn't even the hangman upright. This person hasn't even enlightened yet. Yeah. Like I said, Knight of Cups. This is Pisces energy. Exactly. So this person is in that kind of expanding. Yeah. Oh, I get it. I get it. I hate to even say it. Kind of playing around with your emotions. Pisces with Jupiter and the fifth house Leo energy, very playful, right? Very romantic too. It's also a romance and relationship house. So if you want to check into your placements there, that rules your relationships as well. But they're in the Knight of Cups. Thank you, Divine. They're in the Knight of Cups. They're not even the Hierophant yet. You're sitting here as the High Priestess and the Empress. They're not even the Emperor. So again, it is your choice. It is your decision. If you want to be patient around this person, you have that right. That is perfectly fine. No judgment. I think that's beautiful. If you're willing to. If you're not, that's also fine and that's beautiful too. But what I'm feeling like I have to keep driving home, do not let this person play you into thinking that fantasy Knight of Cups energy is going to turn into some Ten of Pentacles overnight. It's not like that, and it don't work like that. They have to do so much work to catch up to you that it's not even funny. It's not even like a, oh, ha, ha, ha. No, it's like, damn. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. That would be the vibe here, Erykah Badu. It might be that if this person continues on the path that they're continuing on. Now, we do have the Hermit here. So, dare I even say, maybe for some of y'all, this person's soul is starting to awaken. Okay. But they were holding off on their enlightenment. This is what I mean by it's like you play that kind of game, you get played in the end. The enlightenment, the judgment, the call came to them already. It's not like, oh, they're just not there yet. No, they heard it. They held on to the ego. They Four of Pentacles it. They were being called into the Five of Pentacles. Step out on your faith. Let go of what's comfortable to you. Learn something new. Do something different. They said, no, I'm going to keep doing the same thing. Which is why this Hangman energy is delayed. Oh, it's not the right time for me to go through this enlightenment. I'm not done fucking around, basically. I'm not done fucking around yet. No, I'm not ready. So they held off on it whole time. Maybe even selfishly thinking that you would be hold off too. That's not how this works. You answered the call. And that's what even makes it more painful, because you're sitting here in the High Priestess waiting on your Hierophant. And that sucker is still the Knight of Cups. But for some, not all, if this is resonating with more than one of y'all, this person might be stepping into that Hermit so that they can go through their enlightenment. Maybe. And I would trust your telepathy, trust the energy, trust your higher self on whether you are. If you feel that, great. If you don't feel that, okay. So since this person is not listening to their higher self, or their higher self is on mute, what is their higher self trying to tell Leo Virgos in this energy? Oh, shoot. I'm grateful that you came into my life. What is the higher self of this Knight of Cups? Supposed Hierophant energy want to say, even though you're not with me, my love for you grows every day. Exactly. That's what they're trying to convince you of, or that's what the higher self keeps trying to tell. No, the love is growing. It's growing. I promise. No. But like I said, the higher self of this person kicks them, beats their ass. When the ego steps out of the way, the ego's had the fun for the day. Sunshiny energy. You know what I mean? The ego's like, okay, whatever. I'm over it. Soon as their higher self can even talk to them, they're in the Nine of Swords. Why did I do that? Regretful, worried, anxious, all of that. Okay. So, I don't know. Y'all, yeah, that's frustrating. I can feel it, but it's melting away. We're letting it go, right? We are letting it go. I'm coming in to show you a better version of me. That could be also what the higher self is trying to convince you or trying to communicate to you through that telepathy. Because what you've seen is the egoic version of them, which is this Piscean, Jupiterian, over inflating the feeling, overinflating the emotion, overinflating the fantasy, knowing good damn and well it's not tethered to nothing in reality. Okay. So they got to do better. They have to become this better version of themselves first before they could show you anything. Yeah, it makes me happy to see you thriving, even though it's without me. And like I said, I feel like this person has, and it might have to, for some of y'all, make peace with the fact that you're going to thrive regardless. Whatever they delayed for themselves was for them. If they thought they were delaying their growth because it was also going to delay you, so then they could control when y'all come together, that was a complete illusion. That was a part of that inflated fantasy. So this person lives out fantasies themselves. Okay. Okay, but it makes them happy that you're thriving, you know, at the higher version of that. But this person might even be a little hurt that you're not stopped the way that they are. And that could be the awakening that they needed. They could have done this selfishly, thinking that it was, again, holding you back. But seeing that you're not held back, it's hitting them. Oh, I only held myself back. Oh, now we want to be the hermit. Now we're going to have to sit with that. You see what I'm saying? And again, the hermit and the star is a pair, is a couple for me too. So definitely past life energy between y'all. Definitely ancient soul energy. Yeah, I can't keep going on without you. Exactly. Like I said, whatever little options they thought they had, they were holding on to, trash. And they know that. But it matched how they maybe felt about themselves, or it kind of matched the state of what they were living out. Trash. Like, just not of quality at all. And that's no shade, no tea, no nothing. But that's what this person is seeing, that they can't keep going on without you. They thought that you wouldn't be able to go on without them. Psych. Now they realize, oh, it's me who can't go on without Leo-Virgo, without member. Oh, you don't realize how perfect you are to me? How could you? What actions have they done? What actions have they taken to show you that? That's something. This person really thought that you would be hanging on their every word. You were waiting for some action. Okay? And when the actions wasn't coming through, you might have dipped. I loved you more than I let on. Okay. Tell me a little bit more. But that's what I mean. It's like, if you know you feel that way towards somebody, what are you doing entertaining anybody else? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I didn't know what love felt like until you came along, right? Okay. Okay. I'm grateful that you came into my life, so it's back out here again. And that's fine. Hold on one second, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. Yeah. I think at this point, if for those of y'all where this person is starting to enter their hermit, Five of Wands beneath that. Yeah, because the conflict and all of the stress and all of the delay has caused a lot of conflict in this person's life. And now they're having to face their wounds. Okay. They could have been connecting with a lot of energies that were maybe manipulating them. So now that that manipulation is coming out, or they're starting to actually see it, or it's actually starting to block their path in a real way. Some of y'all, their soul is just tired. Their higher self is just tired of not being able to guide them. Okay. For those of y'all in that, I think they are going to start having this sense of gratitude towards you. Even if they don't tell you, they're starting to understand that whatever sort of contact you've had with this person, no matter how small, was the catalyst for them to get to this point. Okay. And yeah, it's like in their mind, you're perfect for them, but their actions don't say that at all. And I think that's what makes this so murky and why I was like so confused when I was trying to tap into the energy connected to you. It's like, what is going on here? Like, that doesn't make sense. But in their world, maybe it did. I don't know. Okay. Tell me a little bit more. You're everything I want and need. Right. You're the only one I see. Right. We would love that, right? That's the fantasy. Sure. And that could even be, and I hate to even say that, but it's like in a certain respect, yes, but it's not coming through in their actions. So you can't really say that that's real. Like, I feel like I'm in the perspective of you here, my members, with however this energy is resonating for you. Yeah, you're the only one that could match them in this Hierophant energy. You are the High Priestess, right? So in truth, when it comes to that Ten of Pentacles, yes, you're the only one that can probably be there. But in their actions, they're making it seem like these Three of Cups can hold down a Ten of Pentacles. And that ain't even the same element, shawty. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not, that ain't even nowhere near reality. Again. So this person might even be caught up in their own fantasies around how they felt life was going to be or what they wanted, and that's what's kind of kicking them in the ass right now. Okay. Makes me happy to see you thriving, even though it's without me. Right. This person's in the Ten of Wands. You're in the Star card energy, right where you're supposed to be. And they're supposed to be with you as this Hermit. They're supposed to be with you. That star is this same star. That star light that beams off this star energy is what guides this Hermit. So maybe inadvertently, if this is true divine flame energy, then you maintaining that star energy is going to guide this person into where they're supposed to be. I just think that this is somebody who held off on that for too long. So again, their catch up is crazy. Crazy. Like, it's heavy. It's heavy. Ten of Wands. Yeah. Clarify that I can't keep going on without you. Thank you. You're the first thing I think about when I open my eyes. Like I said, when this person goes to sleep, when they actually get by themselves so that their higher self can start talking to them, on that ass. What the hell are you doing? You're wasting time. Why are you doing this? Like, it's hello. Like, what are you doing? And it overwhelms them. So you're on their mind. But again, I don't know what kind of consolation prize that is, because what good is being on someone's mind when they're not taking any action towards you? What's that supposed to make you feel? The fantasy? Right. Oh, I know. Even though he's with those Three Cups, he's thinking about me. That's not a badge of honor. That's not anything to go be excited about at all. That's even worse. That's even worse. That's even worse. So you're telling me I'm on your mind. You could take action towards me, but you're not. But you're dealing with somebody. Like, that's even worse. That's even worse. And I think it's going to start hitting this person soon, of kind of how ridiculous this whole thing has been. I can't make it up. I can't. I really, truly can't. I'm disappointed in myself for letting you down. Absolutely. Absolutely. Abso-100%. Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Not to even be kind of like, of course we don't want to kick anybody while they're down, but like, yes, you should be. You should absolutely be disappointed. Because it didn't have to be this way. It's like somebody made something so complicated when it was simple as shit. It was simple. But the ego complicates things. The higher self thrives in simplicity. So that could have been a reflection, again, of their fears, of their wounds that they were not trying to heal. Okay? And you know what? It's not easy. I can't even say like, oh, you should. It's not easy. Not everybody, let me thank you, Divine. Not everybody has the courage Not everybody has the strength. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So maybe you've had to make peace with this here. Yeah, I'm also seeing Gemini sun in the first house. This could also be a Taurus Gemini that acts in a Piscean way towards you, if that makes sense. So a Taurus Gemini that you have an emotional connection with. Take that again as that resonates. I crave you. Yeah, right. Right. Exactly. You know why they crave you here? Because it's the inner Hierophant in them that wants to be in partnership with their high priestess. But because the 3D self, the egoic self, has been running the show, like I said, their higher self is so fed up with them. It's like you don't even have to feel that way towards them. Their higher version of themselves feels that way towards their lower nature. Like, I'm so fed up with you. Over it. So yeah, they do crave you because that's the divine flame timeline that they're supposed to be on, that's pulling and calling towards them. So again, it's not you doing anything. You're just being the star, minding your business, staying in alignment, listening to nature, tapping in, vibing how you feel you need to vibe. That's all you're doing. And that's creating that craving because they're supposed to be right there with you. Okay, what's this gratitude? Yeah, no wonder this took a minute to get out. Okay. My heart goes out to you, Leo Virgos, or my members who might be dealing with this. I know this is not easy, not in the slightest bit. I became numb because I refused to take accountability for my behavior, and that's what they're starting to see. Their refusal to take accountability for their behavior, that Four of Pentacles with this Hangman in reverse, because the higher self is where the accountability lives. So they don't want no part of accountability. They're going to stay in their egoic self. And that's what they did. That's what they've been doing. And then again, depending on the type of contact you have with this person trying to convince you that you should shift and bend so that they can stay in their ego self, but then also get the benefit of being the Hierophant to you. No. And you know what? That's not even a no from you. That's a no from Spirit. Spirit said no. So you couldn't even do that if you wanted to. You understand? Yeah. All right, I'm going to leave it there because, child, my nerves. Again, sending y'all a lot of love for whoever is resonating with this message. Let me know how y'all feel about this. What are your opinions? What are your thoughts? I would love to have a dialogue with y'all in the comments about it. But I'll see you in our next one, my loves. Keep being that star. Keep being that high priestess. Keep being you. Do not slow yourself down for this person. Allow them to catch up. If it's meant to be in this lifetime, it'll be. Okay? I'll leave it there. I love y'all so very much. And I'll see you in our next one. Namaste.